Opening a business account and building a budget can feel like financial therapy. It could be nerve-wracking and confusing, but what if you could set up a stress-free budget in 5 simple steps and know exactly where every dollar goes? By minute 4 in this video, you'll have a clear budget blueprint that protects your profits and keeps you in control. So, today we're building a zero stress budget for your startup so you can focus on growth and not guesswork. Hi, I'm Loudwine. I help corporate women launch and grow 7-figure businesses with structure, strategy, and support. If you want a full financial roadmap and your first 90-day plan, click the link in the description to join the free Starter Blueprint webinar. Like this video if money has ever stressed you out, and comment what has been your biggest budgeting fear. And stay tuned till the end because I'm sharing the top 5 financial moves that every new founder must make. Let's get started. So this is my 5-step startup budget blueprint. And first thing first, this will sound like it's a given, but I promise you, most people don't do this. You need to open a business bank account. And you can open one whenever you finally register with your state department of corporation. It can also be called division of corporation, and you need to establish yourself as a legal entity within your state. You can register your LLC online, and they will give you what they call an articles of organization. And if you open a corporation, a C Corp or an S Corp, they will also give you an articles of incorporation. You need that document along with your EIN document that you get from the IRS.gov for you to bring into a bank so they can open a business bank account for you. Okay. Why is this important? Because you need to separate personal and business expenses, because this will help simplify everything when it's time to file your taxes. Okay. And you need to choose an account with low fees. I don't know where you're watching this video, but choose a bank with low fees. Okay. And also choose a bank that offers a business, what do you call it? My goodness, I'm having a blank. You know those credit cards where you use your own money to deposit to open a credit card, self-funded? Find a bank that offers a business credit card that was self-funded, just like that for you as well. Okay. Number 2, you need to define your budget categories. Okay. Essentials would be legal, branding, systems, and marketing. Systems will be what you spend on software. Software like a client relationship management, which is long for CRM. You need a software for social media so you can schedule your posts. You need a software for design like Canva. You need a software like ManyChat. You need a software like Zoom. All of those fall into systems that you use to make your business more prosper. Okay. And the second thing is variables. The variables could be ads, tools, and subscriptions that you pay for. Okay. And the last thing is reserve, which is your taxes and payroll investments. Okay. So you need to set apart 25 to 30% of whatever each thing you make so you can have it by the time for you to pay your taxes. Okay. So put aside 30% of every single sale that you make so you're not in trouble every quarter to pay your taxes, okay? And payroll means paying yourself. You need to pay yourself a salary, okay? You can also put aside 10% of every item you sell to the side for your salary, okay? Let's do a math. Let's do some math. Let's say what you're selling is 500, 497, okay? $497, and you take away 30% for, okay, sorry, $497, and you have a sales tax, right? My sales tax where I am is 6.5%. Okay. So the total will be 529, 530. Sorry, 529. Okay. 529. Let's take away 30% for tax. We took away 158. Now we down to 370. Okay. 370 is what is left. 370, we need to minus 10%. So that's $37. Okay. $37 you put to the side for you to get paid. Okay. I'm going to show you. All right. So if you say you want to pay yourself, I don't know, $47,000. $47,000 a year. Okay. $47,000. That's how much you want to make, right? You need to divide that by $37 you make for every item. You need to sell 1,270 of that one product or one service that you do for you to make $47,000 a year. That is the math. Okay. That is your budget for you to pay yourself. Okay. You need to pay yourself. Okay. You need to pay yourself. So now that you know you need to sell 1,270 items. So 1,270 items times 529. Your business made $671,830. Sorry, $671,830. That's how much your business make. But you took home $47,000, and then in taxes you've paid $200,000. So your profit is $470,000 per year. Okay, makes sense? Yay, that makes sense. Okay, so now you have almost a $500,000 business. Okay, that is how you count how much money you'll be making. Okay, so that makes sense. I hope I made sense. I hope I made sense. You know what I'm saying? I hope the math is math. Yeah. Okay. I hope the math is mathing because it should. Okay. All right. So, next up is to create a simple tracking system. You need a accounting software. You need don't use no you can use spreadsheet for yourself, but truly use Wave Accounting. There's a link below because I am an affiliate for you to use. Wave Accounting would help. Zoho, Invoice, I think it's called. Anyway, look up Zoho CRM or Zoho.com, Zoho. They do have a accounting department. I believe so. I think it's called Invoices. I'm not 100% sure, but it's there. Or you can use QuickBooks or ADP, whatever it is. Choose a accounting platform for you to truly manage your business. Okay. And the process is most of these, this is why I don't want you to use a spreadsheet. Most of these companies already can attach your business bank account to the software. So it lifts up those transactions for you and put it on the report. Okay. It logged the income, it logged the expenses weekly automatically. So you gotta think twice. As long as you set it up once, it should do it for you. And they have a way for you to pull the reports quarterly, so it can tell you how to file your taxes. Okay. how to remit your tax money. All right. Number 4 is to set up tax savings in buckets. You need to automate and schedule your money transfers into your tax account. So you need to have 2 separate bank accounts. Okay. You need one for everything, and you need to transfer that 30% every single time. 30% every single time. Okay. So you need to transfer monthly every single dollar to the penny of how much you're paying in taxes into that tax account. Okay? Make sure you pay taxes. Okay? The goal is to never scramble at tax time. Duh. If you prepare, you will never fail. Okay. The last thing is to review and adjust. So every month, at a frequency, you need to check so you can compare your budget versus your actual. What I need you to do, even though the software does it, I want you to be accountable that you went through it and saw it yourself with your own 2 eyes. Okay. I want you to double check it yourself to make sure you saw it. And when you pull the report monthly, print it out. Print it out and put it towards your corporate kit so you have proof that you printed it and that is not a system error. And also take proof of every monthly statement, every bank statement that you get monthly. Print them out. Print them out. So you know you have proof that you paid it, just in case the state saying whatever it is, see the money, you're like, wait. I paid. I have proof I paid. Okay. So make sure you do that. And also, as you go along, you start seeing like where you can cut expenses from, where you're spending money on what's not working, and you're like, wait, this didn't work. I'm not spending that money again. Let's pivot in where I'm spending too much money on. Okay. All right. So if you're doing all that, don't forget to click the link in the description to grab your free seat into the Startup Blueprint webinar and get the complete 10-step to building your business in the next 90 days. All right. Next up is to forecast for growth. You need to plan for scenarios. Okay. Best case and worst case revenue. I'll give you an example. For me, the Startup Blueprint webinar, right? For me to be profitable, at a minimum, I need to have 20 members at the end of my funnel. 20 members a month is the most I can handle. Okay. 20 members that sign up is the most I can handle. And for me, at a minimum, I would need to do I wrote it down, 280 attendees per month for the webinar, right? 280 people. That is my worst case revenue. And if I have 20 my goal is 17 members because I want to have 200 members a year. 200 members a year equal about 17 members per month, right? 17 members. I would need to have 280 attendees. That would lead to 17 members, right? Worst case scenario, I'll have 17 members, but I increase the quantity to guarantee me my 17, right? I increased it to 300, not that many. I increased it to 300. I could have increased it to 400, but 300 attendees would guarantee me 20, which would meet my minimum threshold of 17. Now, I might get more than 20 people that join in a month. I might get 40, but at least I meet my 17. So in your scenario, you know your goal and you have your overarching goal. Okay. That way you prepare for your worst case scenario and your best case scenario for you to make money. All right. And also buffer in like a 10% reserve for unexpected expenses. Okay. Even though I gave you in the example that you make $470,000 per year, 10% of that needs to go to reserve. 10% of that needs to go to reserve. Now, mind you, the 470 I give you did not include other expenses besides payroll and taxes. So you might end up with a $400,000 left, which is almost, how much is that? Roughly 60% is gone. But you made money. You're not broke. Okay. So you need to save 10%, pay 30% in taxes. That's already 40. Sorry, save 10%, payrolls 10%, that's 20. Taxes is 30. That's already half. Half your money is gone. Half your money is gone. Okay. Half your money is gone. But if you can only do another 10% in business expenses, that's not payroll, that's not reserve, that's not taxes, that's 60%. So just imagine only 60% of your money is expenses and 40% is what you keep. All right. So on that last example, right? 497, I'm sorry, 529 because of sales tax. I needed to make 1,270 of them, right? Which give me 671 minus 60%. Oops. Sorry. 529 times 1270, 671 minus 60%. You only making $268,000 and $732. Okay. Now, mind you, I am going to help you reduce that much expenses because I will teach you how to automate your business so you have less and less expenses to pay. But honey, if you moving that much money into your business, at some point you will need funding. But that's a different conversation. All right. Next up is profit first mindset. You need to pay yourself. I don't care how you do everything else, but you need to pay yourself. Okay. You need to first allocate 10% profit before expenses. Pay yourself first. And then you reinvest your profits into the business to grow it some more. Okay. So, for the full financial and clarity framework and the 90-day profit plan, click the link in the description for the Startup Blueprint webinar for free and register today. Today. All right. If this simplified your finances, like, share it, and subscribe for more. Got it? And next up will be how to build a personal brand from scratch.